Vajrayan, send forth righteous thoughts. These days, I've been doing a lot of Vajrayan, and the first 5 minutes usually before was just a practice according to the instruction, and the first 5 minutes cleaning up yourself, and then you start to do Vajrayan and you recite the verse, and then you start to do Vajrayan, right? That's just a practice, and you just in your mind thinking, oh, this is a practice, I'm just gonna do that. But it was not a very proactive practice at the time. For me, I was basically treating it as a practice, okay? Just like doing exercises, things like that. But now it's different, okay? For me, Vajrayan is my central work as a Dafa disciple. These are the work as serious as like a warrior at the frontier battlefield to win the victory. Yeah. So for me, Vajrayan is very serious. And first, about cleaning up internally. What means internally? What is the inside of us? What is considered to be the inside of us? What is considered to be the outside of us, right? What is the world inside of us, okay? And what is the world outside of us? Now, a lot of people don't recognize that, but for a Falun Dafa disciple, we actually know the following truths. First of all, there is this name that we call the mind, okay, mind, intent, mind. So what is a mind? The mind is the main consciousness, okay, we call the main spirit, the main consciousness. The main consciousness actually is the root of the mind. Yeah. The main consciousness has this ability to emit a substance, and that substance can reach to the human brain, and the human brain receive that substance and will process that substance, and that production, the product of that processed by the human brain turns into another substance, and that is called thoughts. Okay, that's right. And the thought is truly alive. So basically, from the main consciousness, Yuan Shen, to another reality and existence of life, which is the thoughts, the mind, activities. And in Chinese, it's called Yi Nian. Yeah. In that process, because it goes through the brain, now the brain is also a place that can receive many other informations from the external world. So the internal world is the main consciousness, and then turn into the mind, the thoughts, mind activities and thoughts. That's the internal world. And the external ones are outside of this, okay? And the brain also will receive that. And then also will generate thoughts. And those thoughts are not the internal thoughts. Those are the external notions. Those are called the notions and external interferences. Okay, notions and external interferences and bad thoughts, thought karma, those are not belonging to the internal. Yeah, the real internal is your main consciousness, the pure, the true self. Okay, that is the true self. Now the brain receives all the external messages, and that generates notions, and those notions, human beings consider that to be themselves. So the real self usually is covered up by the background noises of the human world messages. And the cultivator, actually, one main thing about a true cultivator is the awakening of the main consciousness, and the strengthening of the main consciousness, and the ability, the main consciousness, to wipe out the interferences of the non-self part. Okay, so the sending forth righteous thoughts, the earlier time of preparation to clean up yourself, I consider that is to clean up those non-self signals in the brain. Okay, so the brain is an instrument. Okay, the brain needs to be pure and clean, and then the main consciousness can use the brain to produce very righteous thoughts, and those righteous thoughts will direct the instruments of a cultivator, which is called the supernatural abilities, real abilities, capabilities. Those are our innate capabilities, our innate divine instruments. Okay, and so a cultivator has that energy that can allow those innate capabilities to grow and be perfected. And therefore, you have main consciousness send a clear order, and the brain that has no interferences, pure and clean, receive those information and process and produce very clean products of thoughts. And that's called 意念, mind intent. The mind intent then can activate the innate instruments called supernatural abilities to do supernatural work. Okay. So when a Falun-Dafa practitioner sends forth righteous thoughts, the preparation is to make sure the brain is free from external interferences, bad thoughts, thought karma, okay, and wrong notions. Those are all non-self elements. After cleaning up that, the brain is all totally empty and pure and ready to receive order from the main consciousness. Then the main consciousness deliver a divine order, okay, and that divine order is in the format of a verse called 法正乾坤. The Fa rectify the cosmos, 邪恶全灭, and the deviated evil elements all destroyed, all eliminated. 法正乾坤, 邪恶全灭, that order sent from main consciousness, processed by the beautiful instrument, pure and clean brain, and produce the mind intent, 意念, the thought, and that thought product will drive the supernatural ability, the divine side, to eliminate all evil in the cosmos. Yeah. So when I start to do that, the moment I finish the verse, I recite Master Li's instruction. It says, focus your mind. 要集中精力. And then says, 头脑一定要清醒理智. Your brain needs to be awakened and rational. 念力集中强大. Your mind intent is focused and powerful. Okay. And recite the Chinese character 灭. 灭 means elimination. And imagine this Chinese character to be as large as the cosmic body. And leave no space behind. Encompasses all space. Yeah. 灭字和宇宙天体一样大. The Chinese character 灭 is as large as the cosmic body. 无所不包，无所遗漏. All encompassing, leaving nothing out. So, with that thought, I focus upon me, and the energy start to do the work. So it is very powerful practice, and every day I have important cleanup work to do. And that's what I do. And the target of the elimination is very clear. It's those deviated evil elements that is controlled by the old law of the universe under the notion of the higher beings in the old universe following the old law to so-called test Falun Dafa, test Falun Dafa disciples, and mobilize all those negative elements in the universe, rotten ghosts, and dark minion, 黑手烂鬼. Dark minion is 黑手, 烂鬼 means rotten ghosts. Those low-level deviated elements needs to be all cleaned out to make sure that the sentient beings are not going to be interfered by those elements and preventing them from salvation. So elimination of all those rotten ghosts and dark minion, and also those so-called divine beings left in the three realms and try to interfere with fire rectification, preventing predestined people, especially in the religious field, to learn the truth about Dafa and receive the blessings from our Creator. And those also are target of elimination. That's called the 乱神. Those divine beings that are messing up and going against fire rectification all needs to be eliminated. Okay. So when I do the Fazhenyan practice, it's no longer just a practice. It is my serious spiritual work of cleaning up the garbage, cosmic garbage that's preventing salvation of sentient beings. And so that is so important work every day. Fellow practitioners, we need to work together and take it seriously and fulfill our mission. So pay more attention to Fazhenyan together. Yeah. And you don't need to just say, oh, every day I do the 4 times. You can do the Fazhenyan anytime, anywhere, and integrate that into every aspect of your work. In the human world, when you go clarify the truth, you need to eliminate those interferences, right? And so in all our activities throughout our journey in the human world, Fazhenyan shall be the central theme. That is our mission, because we are here to deliver salvation, assist our teacher to deliver salvation to the people, and the people, we are the hope, right? We are assisting teacher to deliver salvation, and then the obstacles are all those elements that Fa Zhen Yan is targeted for elimination. So clarify the truth and sending forth righteous thoughts are a combination that, we are doing our dance. Those are together and not separated. They always conjoin together to accomplish our mission. And in order to be able to do that well, in terms of clarify the truth and eliminate evil and deliver salvation to the people, expose the lies, right? In order to do that well, the ultimate resource we have is the power from our Creator. And in order to be able to have that power from our Creator to do that, we need to align ourselves 100% always with the law of the universe. Okay, so therefore studying the law every day and allow our system to be completely fully energized by the law to do the important work. That is very important. That is absolutely necessary. So that's why for us, study the Fa and do the exercises to strengthen ourselves. Then we do Fa Zhen Yan and clarify the truth and to deliver the salvation to the people. Yeah, I basically summarize that.